Hi everyone, it's Kathy and it is day 20 of the Tour de Fleece. And look, oh my gosh, I have just finished plying up my silk with the red this morning. It's Thursday today and it was supposed to be really cold last night. I mean, it was kind of cold. It was kind of cold the first thing this morning, but there was supposed to be a lot of snow around in Tasmania. There's snow on the mountain in the city. Not a lot around here, not a lot on the hills around here. I was expecting maybe a little bit more snow, but it is nice and sunny outside. But I've still had to close the curtain so I could try and video this, because yet again it's a little bit tricky to try and get a good angle of both me and the wheel. But anyway, I just really wanted to show you this before I start winding it up, because I'm about to put it onto my niddy noddy, and then once I've finished winding it onto my niddy noddy, I will be then just spending the rest of the day, I think, spinning the red, or the leftover of the red that I have. And that's about it really. Look how this is just so beautiful. Maybe I'll just come up here and show you. It's quite fine, which is nice. It'll be interesting to see actually when it gets washed whether or not it blooms out a little bit. I'm kind of thinking it probably will relax a little bit, and the wool will probably try and bloom a little bit. Then it will be interesting to see when I end up spinning up just the red wool by itself, what gauge that is. Like I'd like to think that I could spin it nice and thin like this, but then it might look nice and thin when I've spun the wool, but of course sometimes once you wash it, it then blooms a little bit. We'll see. But that is my plan. So I think, I haven't actually checked, but I think, is tomorrow the last day of the tour? I've got a funny feeling that Friday might be the last day of the Tour de Fleece, and if it is, then I don't know what I'll be doing. I might, maybe if I get my red spun today, the singles spun, I might just ply it tomorrow. But apart from that, I'm not sure. I will then kind of move on to my multicoloured yarn for the Tour de Femme, and yeah, that's about it really. I haven't got any other spinning plans than that. I have got plans for crafting, of course, like I was saying before, after the tour. And what I'm going to start after the tour, I will make a video of that, a separate craft video after the tour has finished. Yeah, and I hope everyone else is enjoying the tour. And for those of you who are spinning, I hope your spinning is going really well and you've enjoyed your spinning. To me, the Tour de Fleece is just about enjoyment of spinning. I was actually thinking earlier when I was plying this up whether or not I should probably count this up and see how many meters I have spun, if for no other reason than because the fact that I would like to try and use this in a jumper. It would be a good idea to know how many meters I've got in comparison to putting it, in a jumper. It is very fine, so if I do put this in a jumper, it's going to be a slow knit. But then again, I do quite like knitting with fine wool. It's one of my favourites. I'd much rather knit like a 5-ply jumper than an 8 or a 10-ply jumper. I don't know why, I just kind of enjoy it. And I think this winding on is going to take me quite a while, so I might just maybe stop here, check back in with you later on when I start spinning up my red, and that means I can open up the curtain, let a bit more sunshine back into this room as well. And yes, kind of, yep. I'll just say goodbye for now, and I'll chat to you later. Hi, this is the last little video for today. As you can see here, I have started on my red today. I washed my silk and red skein, and that is in the other room drying, so I won't be able to show you that until tomorrow. I have spun up, this one is the fire colour, and this is the ochre colour. So I'm just spinning. I think there's a bit under 100 grams here, and this, once it's all finished up, will be a bit under 100 grams. And then I have one more bag here, 50 grams of this one. So this one is fire, and yeah, so 50 grams of that, which I think when I have finished spinning this one, my thought is hopefully I'll have around about the same on both bobbins, and then I will split this one and put 25 grams on here and 25 grams on the other one, and then I will be able to apply them together. But of course, not tonight. This will not get finished tonight. I don't know, I did have lofty thoughts that I might be able to finish spinning this red today. I don't know how on earth I thought I would do that. But yeah, no, it's definitely not going to happen. I'm about ready to finish for the day. It is dark outside, it is windy, it is very wintry. It is a really wintry feeling out there. I'm not looking forward to taking my dog out before we go to bed. I think it's going to be freezing later on tonight. But luckily it is still nice and warm down here in this room. I've had the heater on. Just got another ball there I'm just going to put away. So I've just got these two little bumps left, plus what I've got here. At the moment, I don't even think I'll get this finished. I think I'll just, there's only so long you can sit. This is, and as well, I must admit, the chair I'm sitting in is a new chair. So I had only just recently bought it for this room, but it was designed more for just as a chair to sit in to read, and maybe to do a little bit of knitting or hand sewing or something like that, but not for sitting in every day for the amount of time that I've been sitting in it for the Tour de Fleece. And it's almost the right height, but it's not the perfect kind of fit for spinning. And also I have to sit upright on it. It's kind of a deep chair. It's a nice relaxing chair, but I can't sit with my back against the back of the chair because then it's not comfortable to spin. So it's not the best spinning chair, not the best, but it was the chair that I had in this room, and it was the only way that I could find some way to video all of these. Yes. Anyway, that's where I'm up to, and that's pretty well much where I'm going to probably be leaving it very soon. I think this will be the end of my spinning day. Yeah, looking forward to finishing this off tomorrow, and then probably doing a bit of applying as well tomorrow. I think that's my plan. Don't know if you can see much difference in the colour there. That it's not really showing up much difference in the colour, is it, between those two, between the fire and the ochre? So it'd be interesting to see when I apply them together and put them out in the daylight, whether or not it will look any different. Oh, and the other thing I remembered is that I forgot to put in the picture of the little blue tongue, the baby blue tongue lizard. I saw him again today when I went out to the back, and so if I remember, hopefully I will remember, and I'll pop that in at the end of today's little video. But apart from that, there we are. That's me signing off for today, and I'll talk to you all tomorrow. Well, my little friend is back in the garden. He's having a little snooze here in the sun. It's a little bit cool and a bit breezy, but it's a little thing. He is so tiny that let's have to show you. There's my hand. So I'm going to show you. There's my finger, so you can see how tiny he is. Just a little baby, and oh, waking up a little bit. Yeah, are you waking up a little bit? So cute. I better leave him alone so I can go back to sleep and have a little rest.